Di sinilah universiti yang mengilhamkan masa depan. Masa depan generasi muda. Masa depan cara hidup kita. Masa depan negara ini. Dan masa depan bermula dengan mencipta pelbagai penerokaan.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. To listen my voice and see the screen.
Yes.
Okay. Give another 2-3 minutes to let join us. We have about 160 students. Okay, all right. Good afternoon, everyone. I believe we need to start already 2:10. All right. Welcome. Waiting others to join. I think we should start first so that you won't spend too much time from you. I hope that all of you can see my screen. All right. So the purpose of the today events is just want to give you some briefing about our this institution of the structural engineers. Short form we call IStructE. All right, and then we try to promote our student membership to all the students in the local universities. All right, so far we have invited 11 universities who has this SLO, student license official. All right, I believe all of you have this in each university. I hope that after today's briefing, we have more close connection among the students and the SLO together with us. Okay, which is IStructE Malaysia Regional Group. All right, so I'm not sure the SLO is joining us or not. Nevertheless, I did brief them about 2 months ago for this institution, and as the meeting, I think that we need to give some briefing directly to all the students. There's a reason why we are this briefing to all the students. Okay, actually, the agenda of the briefing is we have a five objective or five item we need to discuss. Of course, finally, the number 4 and 5 is the most important things we are putting towards to the end of the briefing. So the first is just want to give you some introduction of this our IStructE regional group. All right. Secondly, we will touch on the to the student in university. which provided annually. Third is what kind of student activity which can be supported by our this institution. Then number 4 is we want to promote our this membership of the IStructE to all the students. The last one is a benefit of joining as a student member in IStructE, which will cover by my co-host, Engineer Cheng Tian Fai, who is this treasurer of our this Malaysia regional group. Okay, sorry, I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Daisy Wei here. All right, I'm this current secretary of this Malaysia regional group. Of course, I think I mentioned this in my. All right, so I believe now we have more than 215 students. Okay, then we really touch on it's a core of this today briefing. If you have anything, please raise up after this briefing, and I hope that the number of the student, okay, is participated in this briefing. Can you maybe off your video, of course, this microphone, so that we don't disturb each other. To provide the presentation, can everyone please off your video and microphone? Right, so let me continue. Okay, in our this Malaysia regional group, there's a breakdown of the total member in Malaysia. We have a total of 662 members, 7 of September 2021. Okay, and then the breakdown, we have about 12 fellows. So then we have 48 members, corporate members. We have 4 associate. We have 1 associate. We have 153 graduate members and 444 student members up to 7 of September.
We are experiencing.
So in short, okay, actually for this member, actually we have about 60 plus member only, with excluding the associate member, graduate and student. So eventually that in Malaysia regional group, we are really short of the member. But of course, this is entirely deal with the admission as a corporate member in this IStructE, because we are have to go through quite a thorough process, especially this 7 hours exam, okay, plus another interview, which is equivalent to this IEM professional interview, or PE interview, professional engineer interview, or equivalent to this ICE professional review. So on top of this professional review, we have 1 hour exam. That's why it's made difficult for this engineer to join us or to become a corporate member. Having said that, all these member or corporate members is including all the foreigner who are resident in this in Malaysia. So as long as address register with the IStructE is Malaysia, that means this number will automatically count in our this Malaysia regional group. All right. So this all the total 662 members. is not 100% local. It's including all these foreigner. Our color committee, we have actually have 9, okay, as graduate member. So it's which is not what we call a committee member. It's just a representative from a graduate member. So we have Engineer Tan, Chairman. We have Honsek, which is me, and the Treasurer, which is Engineer Chang. And we have another 5 committee member, all right, which is Dr. Sapri, Engineer David Lau, Engineer Gerald, Engineer Dr. T, and Engineer Adrian T. And including our this immediate past chairman, which is Engineer David Ng. Currently, we have 3 graduate representatives sitting in our committee together, which is Miss Lim Wen Yi. The other 2 is Amita and this Mohammed. I didn't list down here because the other 2 just joined us recently. Okay, so far this Malaysia Regional Group, we have done some activity or co-organized with this university for the student and for the members. All right. So far we are, because due to the size of this committee and membership number is not very great. Okay. So we have a quite limited activity, but of course it is not an excuse for us to organize more activity. That's why we start to organize, engage with all the student graduate member now. So the activity, what we normally carry out annually is a beyond structure. I believe this beyond structure is actually build and break. I think happened go. So subsequently, some of the university continue with the build and break. That means we build the model and break the model. But from I think 5 years ago, we changed this title because since many university already having the same build and break event, so we change this event become beyond structure. This activity or this event are always co-organized with this University Technical National. All right. So I believe, but actually, unfortunately, due to the COVID-19, we already this activity last year, 2020, to further, we will check with the United and see when we can resume back this beyond structure. And this activity beyond structure is open up to all the universities. So I'm not sure next year we can organize or not. If yes, maybe your university will invite students. Okay, maybe 6 to 8 students from each university to participate this event. All right, maybe it's a 3rd year or 4th year student. So secondly, we also have a membership night with all the members. That means we have a social event with all the members. We call membership night. We organize a CPD talk. Okay, so we try to organize more through this online. Hopefully, we will get more this speaker from all over the world. All right, so for all the member benefit. Actually, CPD talk now, we have IEM, we have this ICE. They organize a lot of talk. So, but we will try to is more focus on the structure, because since our institution is related to structure. So we have a conference also organized with IEM always, but due to this pandemic, I think these last 2 years, we don't have any event on this. But next year, definitely, we have this very interesting conference with the IEM join together on this regarding this Euro code. Okay. for the bridges. So, and then of course, the last one we have this post annual general meeting talk. So actually the last 2 years, we cancel this AGM talk, post AGM talk due to this COVID restriction. I hope that this coming March, which is our AGM, because our AGM is always in March every year. So we should have this AGM, okay, talk after our AGM events. Okay, so then what type of this benefit or reward for the student in the university which can be obtained annually? Actually, we have an undergraduate research grant. So undergraduate research grant is especially is for you. But of course, if you want to apply this grant, you have to go through your lecturer or SLO. So this grant is actually is £800, equivalent to 4,000, slightly more than 4,000. Due to this exchange rate about 5.5 now, so it's 4,400 ringgit. Okay, so then you can apply annually. There's a due date. If you have a further, if you're interested, okay, or you have a further information required, you can contact your SLO, all right, in your respective university. So I believe the SLO or your lecturer will help you together to apply this one. That actually the money 4,400 maybe to some of you is not, or to the university is not much, but this is like if you granted this research grant, you will be in this magazine, this magazine called the Structure Engineer Journal. So actually your name and everything will be published. So this is something like recognition. It will be published internationally. So it's not only money wise, 4,400 ringgit, but also it's like something like recognition in our prestigious in this internationally. So I hope that maybe you have a very good topic. Please discuss with your SLO or other lecturer to apply it. If you can get it, that is definitely achievement to you. All right. So second one is on this actually the one is a student prize. So student prize actually is a continuity from our this book prize. So from next year onward, we are going to change this book prize, which is charged by this purely on academic, which for those students having the high CGPA or highest marking on the structure related module or course. So the university or your department will recommend, okay, one in each university to us to receive book prize. Last time we call book prize. So next year onward, we will change to student prize. Okay, then since the name is changed, of course, the criteria of to make this winner will be changed also. So we leave it to individual SLO to determine type of this competition. Okay, it can be the best thesis in the structural engineering. It can be a poster competition. It can be photograph competition related. It can be anything which is related to the structure. So we leave it to the SLO to propose for each university that we make this price more, I can say more meaningful, all right, or more diversified to all the students, not purely on the academic result alone. So we want a multitasking student, okay, eventually cover this everything, okay, so that it will be very good stepping stone while we are in the industry after you graduate. All right. So of course, we will give away some money prize, which I don't mention the amount here. And as well as one certificate will be posted from the UK to the student. So that means this certificate maybe is very useful for you to apply the job. Next time you can show this company while during your interview, you can show them that I received this certificate from IStructE UK. So it is very encouraging to and motivation to this student. Okay, come to the point is what kind of activity we actually supported by our this institution, especially this Malaysia regional group. All right. Sorry, give me. Actually, I should record it.
Recording in progress.
Sorry, I forgot to this presentation. Okay, so actually we can provide the speaker if you have any event, you request the speaker. Of course, I believe the IEM and ICE also did have what we call facility to provide speaker, but normally we will provide the speaker online. Not only locally, we also try to on those who are working in other country overseas. All right, so we will make the talk more specific on the structure related. Our upcoming talk will be in January. Okay, so it's related the offshore platform. Okay, assessment. Okay, so it will be very quite interesting topic because we try to have a bit different compared with IEM and ICE, because if not, it's all same type of the talk, then it's not so benefit and advantage to the student. Okay, and of course we can support for any competition or events, all right, to the student. Then we can support on the career for the student, especially on for the final year student before they graduate. Actually, finally, we may want to ask your feedback on our intention and proposal to set up a student group. Okay. In IEM, they call different names, student chapter or student whatever. We're not sure, but we try to have some different name. We call student group. I hope that towards to the end of this briefing, I need to get some feedback from you. Of course, I will brief you on this another group we call young member group also in my last slide. Okay, there is some student activity which can be supported by institution. Of course, once you register as a member, student member, you can go to website and look through all this benefit. I leave it to Engineer Chang later to brief you this benefit to join us as a. Of course, the last one is how to promote IStructE to the students. Feedback from you after the presentation from this Engineer Chang. Of course, the last one before I pass the button to this Engineer Chang is we have this intention to create the called young member group. Actually, this young member group is for those who have this age below 35. One we create young member group. That means they have this own setup. Okay, so together with our regional group committee members. So and then this maybe is a good opportunity for those who want to involve in this activity organized by this UK our HQ. So some of the member also can be sitting as a council member in UK. But nevertheless, of course, this is our proposal. I believe that we need to take a lot of effort, okay, to establish a member group. Okay, so but at this moment we try to lead by this our graduate member and the student member. So maybe in the end of this briefing, we will try to get some feedback on this each university. Maybe we will try to have some student group in each university. Then how to combine all each student member group for each university to become a young member group later on to join together. That means inter-university. Okay, so from the young member group, we can have a talk workshop for undergraduate on student membership and career, like what I mentioned just now. Site visit to interesting local project. Okay, we will try to help on this one. And then, of course, specialist technical lecturer. Maybe next time we have this our president from UK to visit. We can organize some specialist technical lecturer, or from our this members project. Sometimes we have invite some specialists. We can give this provide technical lecturer to all the students. Talk from invited speaker like talk, internship, work experience from engineering firm. Of course, this is what I described just now. And a competition and award, okay, for best paper, outstanding achievement by a young member and etc. So this is some kind of activity which young member group should. Of course, the last one is social events like a quiz and so on. All right, that's my presentation. I will pass the button to this Engineer Cheng. Thank you. Of course, you have any query or question, please raise up towards the end of the briefing. Okay, Engineer Cheng.
Okay. All right. Good afternoon to all of you. Can you hear me properly?
Yes.
Am I audible? Yep. Okay. All right. Okay. So I'm Engineer Chen. I'm the honorary treasurer for IStructE Malaysia Regional Group. So today, I'm here to actually share with you on some of the advantages if you do sign up as a student member of the IStructE. Now, Engineer Te has already highlighted some of the events that you can be involved in as a student member. But in particular, because of COVID over the past 2 years, many of our events will be moving onto the online streaming method. So it means that you will have a lot of opportunities to listen to talks online. You don't even have to be physically here, especially if your university is not within the Klang Valley. So that is one thing which wasn't very common before the COVID situation, but I think it works out quite well for students who are not within the Klang Valley. It'll be much more convenient for you, and you get to access and listen to talks from industry players, from engineers who are practicing and talking about the projects. Okay, now, but what I want to show you is what can you actually gain from signing up individually. What can you actually what kind of advantages you can take off from being a member. So I'm going to share my screen now and bring you to the website of the IStructE. Okay, just give me a moment. Okay, can you all see my screen? Engineer Te, can you see my screen? Is it being shared?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Okay, hang on.
Yes. Now okay.
Now okay?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Okay, so oh, my screen is blinking. Sorry, just give me a moment. Okay, right. So this is the website, our HQ website, and the first thing is is it still being shared? Sorry, I'm having a bit of a problem.
Yes.
Okay, all right. Right, okay. The first thing is there are two ways for you to sign up as a student member. So if you come on to the website and if we go to the membership, you can click on student membership and that will bring you to the student membership webpage. The easiest way, if it's actually for you to apply online, right? But because I'm already a member, so I can't click apply because it will tell me that I'm not eligible because I'm already a chartered member. But you, by clicking that button, they will bring you to the application page where you can fill in the form and submit your application. But if you do have a problem in applying for a student membership online, you can always speak to your student liaison officer of your university, and they will be able to help you submit your application. So these are the two main ways for you to sign up as a student member. Now, why you should sign up as a student member, right? So let's have a look. See, you can actually find all these information on the website itself, on the benefits of student membership, right? The first relevant one that I want to show you would be the Essential Knowledge series. There's actually a lot of information that you will gain access to once you become a student member, right? So we have Essential Knowledge series. You have the Structural Engineer monthly journal. Then you have the Technical Guidance notes, and then you have an electronic library service where you can actually read through technical books, engineering books, and you can even borrow them digitally. And in fact, I think if I'm not wrong, you can actually download some of the chapters, of course, with certain limitations. Now, let me show you an example for Essential Knowledge series. Right. So I've actually downloaded one of the publications that's within the Essential Knowledge series. So here you can actually find readings and technical books showing you how engineers or structural engineers uh, should set their mindset, when approaching engineering problems, right? So I just wanted to show you examples, and you can see sketches and see load paths, how structural engineers think. So this is a very good basic starting point to just read through what structural engineering is all about if you're still confused as to what it entails as a discipline. Okay. Now, so you will be able to find all of this in the Essential Knowledge series. Now, next, if you go into the structural engineering, now this is actually a very, very good journal. It comes out monthly, and you will gain access to the electronic copies all the way back to the very first issue from 60 years ago, right? So this is actually a library of journal specific to structural engineering. And it has a lot of past reports on various projects or huge mega structures that you can read up on. And it may even be useful should you be researching for your theses or just trying to find out more on how other projects are being done internationally, right? So this is one of the really big plus points which not many other institutions are able to offer you at a student membership level. Okay, so let me see if I have an example of the I'll have to view. Right. So you see, you can actually view the certain chapters on the various topics, and sometimes they will cover certain technical issues. So, for example, if we look, there is this topic for this particular issue on the cover for reinforcement, right? So I've downloaded that, and you can see that it is actually a technical publication all on its own, right? And you will find out a lot of useful information, up-to-date information on structural engineering, how things are actually being done. And sometimes they even review certain codes and standards to highlight any issues with the codes, or any debates on how codes should be used, right? So it's very useful reading, and you can, I mean, with issues all the way back to 30 or 40 years ago, you should be able to find something if you're doing your research as well. Right. Now, another item which is very good for students and for graduate members. Now, bear in mind, if you sign up as a student member now, you will be able to transfer to a graduate member when you graduate and when you start working, and you actually get the first year of your membership free if you transfer from a student member to a graduate member. Whereas if you try to sign up as a graduate member after you graduated from a university, then you will have to pay the graduate fees. So it is actually advantageous to sign up now as a student member and get that first year of graduate membership free. And you will still maintain your access to all these online publications and data, which will be extremely useful, especially for your first year as a graduate engineer. And which brings me to the next section, which is the technical guidance notes. Now, this is actually a set of technical guidance written by the committees in the IStructE HQ. And if I scroll through, you can actually see, right, they have all the various sections and chapters: principles of design, derivation of dead loads, derivation of imposed loads. You can see these are actually very specific technical guidance, and it is actually very, very useful for a graduate engineer when sometimes you're not sure how to proceed, or if your senior is not around, to explain everything to you. This will be your first place that you come to, right? Because it has almost everything: notional loading, barrier and vehicle loading, right? Principles of lateral stability, floor vibrations, structural steelwork drawings, right? How to read them, how to read concrete drawings, structural analysis methodology, moment distribution. You see, all these things, if you've forgotten them or didn't get in-depth knowledge during your university years, everything is here. Lateral torsional buckling, design of timber floor joists. Even if you're a student, these will be very useful for you now as a form of reference, right? If you're doing your final year project, for your design project, right? So, I mean, even engineers such as myself, after having more than 10 years of experience, I still come back to some of these notes because we can't remember everything. And more importantly, some of these notes are updated to the latest design standards and methods. Right, so let me see if I have an example here of what they have. Right, yeah. So I've downloaded one of them, and so this one is specifically on biaxial bending in columns, which is very common in your day-to-day, in a structural engineer's day-to-day life, yeah, the design life. So you can see how they actually bring you through, right, the entire concept. And they will give you the important information, right? And it will definitely be a very good starting point for you to understand this issue if you are not even clear what biaxial bending is about for columns, right? So, I mean, I have to stress that this is actually a very, very big pool of important data and technical guidance and information that you will suddenly gain access to once you sign up as a structural engineer. It is so useful that I mean, 20 years ago when I was a student, if I had information like that, it would have saved me a lot of trouble of spending 10 hours in the library. right? So it is very convenient. Everything is online. You can do it, everything from your laptop, in your own home or in your own room. Right. Now, the third item would be the library services. Again, extremely convenient and something which I would really have enjoyed if I had this 20 years ago when I was in university. So you actually gain access to the library, and I have actually opened up the link. So if you just click to browse subjects in the oh, I have timed out, so I have to click it again. So search. Right, so I have to go in. Just bear with me. Right. So you can see that some of this details. So if I just click, say, what's new? Research into low carbon sprayed concrete. Right, so you can see that you gain access to many ebooks. Okay, so let me get back to the student membership. So you will find that there once you go into the library and browse the e-catalog, many of the books that you usually use in the library will be available to you, and you can view them on your laptop. You can borrow them for a few days, and you can download certain chapters with certain page limitations that you can download. So again, electronic access that gives you easy access to a wealth of technical information, right? So as for the other two regional groups, I think Engineer Ted have already run through what our Malaysia regional group offers. So, I mean, my advice for you would be to please try to sign up as your sorry, I just had a problem with the screen share. Can you still hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Right, okay, yeah. So I mean, just showing you those few screenshots of the sorry, yeah, okay, sorry. Yeah, so please, if anything, sign up as a student member and gain access to that wealth of information. It will be very useful to you for your student years and your first couple of years as a graduate engineer. Don't miss this opportunity, because even 10 years ago, it was not as convenient as what it is now. So I really advise that all of you try to sign up as soon as possible and make full use of the information and the access that is given free of charge to all of you as student members, right? So, okay, Engineer Ted, that's all I have to share with the students.
Okay, thank you, Engineer Chen. Now is end our briefing. So now I would like to get some feedback. As I mentioned just now, we try to get some feedback from all the students on how do we need to support the student activity. I believe that you have this a lot of group maybe compared with last time while we are this undergraduate, which is about 20 years. So we will now they have a lot of student chapter or student pro from IEN, ICE. So I believe some of you also is their member. So now we would like to get some feedback from students from each university so that we try to do something different, okay, more diversified way to attract or to support you as a student after the student join as a member to our this institution as student member. So may I maybe asking around the floor, anyone have any suggestion? To start with, I think I try to share back. Maybe engineering Cheng try to help me to admit the people who are want to join again. Maybe some of them.
Yeah, no problem. I'll handle that.
Okay. So actually, we have some idea. Is just some we already give you some activity we can support. Of course, as I mentioned just now, we have this young member group. Okay, which will be kind of this lead by this member. In fact, it can be lead by this corporate member who are age below 35. But we will try to use a graduate member and student member to lead this young member group instead of the corporate member. So of course, we will support by our regional group, all right, committee members. Then we have below it, we have a student group from each university. Okay, 1, 2, 3 from each university. So I'm not sure that you as a student now in university, do you think that those who have this interest on the structure, because civil engineering is very broad, there are too many disciplines. So who are interested in the structure discipline, maybe we try to have this student group. We have a small group, maybe we have a chair, treasurer, or maybe secretary, or few of the member committee. Then each of this student group from university can be represented each respective university to this young member group committee. All right. So I just want to get a feedback from the student. Maybe any opinion or suggestion from the floor? Can you maybe just unmute and speak up?
No question.
Yeah, any suggestion? I mean, from the floor, maybe you have any question, or maybe you are can start this student group in your university. Anyone?
So I want to ask.
Yes, please.
So as a first year, actually as this year's new students of civil engineering, so I have the chance to apply and register as a student membership for this website, for this material.
Pardon me, you mean for the website material? Is it presented by Cheng just now?
Yeah, for the IStructE.
Yes.
Yes, because I'm the brand new student, and I'm the new student of civil engineering this term.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I haven't since then I haven't have any class for my major, so I just have the class of our compulsory class. So I haven't started my yes.
Yes. As long as you are a student in university, even from the year 1 student until year 4 student, you are eligible to join as a student member.
So both of us includes the first year students like me.
Yes. As long as you are a student in the university, yes, it include all the year 1 until year 4.
Okay, clear, makes sense. Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's a free. Yeah, it's a free student.
So what I will do is to open the website and access it and apply for the student membership, right?
That's right. Or if you have any difficulty, like Engineer Cheng just now mentioned, you can apply your SLO, your university SLO.
Sorry.
Your lecturer, we call student license officer. Which university are you coming from?
CG University.
Sorry?
CG University. SEGI.
Sergi University is should be Doctor. Wait, I can't remember name. Give me 1 minute. Yes, with Dr. Tengku Anita. Sergi University should be Tengku Anita.
Yes, Dr. Anita.
Yes. Do you know her? You just write down it's Tengku Anita. You maybe look for her. If you have difficulty to apply online, you can look for.
Sorry, what I can't hear.
If let's say you have any difficulty apply online in the website, you can look for this Dr. Tengku Anita, the SLO in your university, in Sergi University.
Okay. So physically in my university, if I have difficulties to apply online, right?
Yes, that's right.
Okay, makes sense. Thank you.
Okay. Any question? Or maybe if someone is interested to set up a student member group in each university, may I know anyone is interested, since now is what we don't have any representative or student group from any university in Malaysia. So now I think it's a good time to set up this student member group in university. So just want to ask all of you here, about 100 over students here from 11 university. Are you interested to set up this student group? Or it's quiet? So I suggest that
Yes.
yeah, sorry, is it from who just now? Sorry,
Yes.
from Bara, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I think while we are setting up a young member group in a graduate level, I hope that students who are interested to set up this student group in each university, please contact with the SLO. Of course, I will contact with the SLO so that I try to have something like maybe each university who is this chair or treasurer will join as a committee in this young member group. So we try to have a kind of initial setup first. So when I set up this young member group, we can invite those university have this student member group to join as a committee in the young member group automatically for the chair and the treasurer. So then every university student group in charge of this activity, while also in the university we can have some kind of activity in the university through the young member group. So I think then you have a more kind of this communication among this student from all the university. So is this a good idea for you and sound more interesting?
Yeah, it's an interesting idea.
Okay, thank you everyone.
Actually, because also this semester, last semester for me, it's good for me actually.
Okay, your last semester, you are the for student.
Yeah.
Of course, through young member group, we will organize just now the activity we listed out. That means site visit, all this project in the Klang Valley or outside the Klang Valley, even in Terengganu, Pahang, like ECRL, for those university in the university from northern part of university like USM. Okay, we do have a lot of project in Penang, so you can have easily to have a site visit to this all the project. Okay, which is in this region of northern. Of course, in the Sarawak, currently they have a lot of these cable stay bridges coming out for Curtin University. Okay, so definitely it's an advantage for you. I think they have 5 cable stay bridges coming up in the Sarawak under the Coastal Highway project. Now it's during construction on this foundation. That is definitely is a good activity or experience for the student who can appreciate later on in their study later on. Okay, so we have all kind of list of the project, infrastructure project and everything with this kind of setup with this student group, and through this young member group will be more benefit to all the students, and in the same time we can attract more this student to join us, as well as this graduate member benefits. So I hope that after that, please join us as a student member in the institution, and who are interested, please give your name to your SLO, all right, to start a student member group in your university. So we need some 1 to 2 months to firm up this young member group later on. So, all right, this is from me. Any question, final question from everyone, or you can type in your chat if you have any question to ask, or you straight away ask through this now. Maybe any question more? I think Engineer Cheng is try to answer all of you through the chat group. Yeah.
Right there, there was a question that they're asking if they want to set up a student group, are the students the one who set it up and then inform the SLO?
Yes. We need
so they should discuss with the SLO first, right?
Yes. I'm not sure each university have any act or regulation on the certain group who are set up by the university student. So it's better have to get advice from SLO. Of course, any difficulty, everything we can help from our side. So we have to make sure the group is a legal one, not. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
We have to set out the proper group, like the student chapter from IEM or ICE. Yes.
Just to highlight some of the questions that were asked on the chat. So in summary, some of the students were asking about whether they have to pay for fees. So as long as you are a student, your student membership will be free throughout your entire student course. And then if you are a student member at the time that you graduate, then you will be transferred to a graduate member, and for the first year it will be free. Okay, as long as you are an existing student member at the time that you graduate. Then after the first year, then only you will start to pay for the fees to renew your membership.
Before I end this presentation or briefing, of course, from young member group, not only we set up the activity or knowledge sharing, we have this fellow engineer who are our immediate past chairman, who is now currently is an examiner as a marking examiner for examiner. So he's have this kind of hard to help those graduate member or give the guidelines on this how to answer the question of this IStructE exam, 7-hour exam. As I told you just now, this is a not easy exam. So since our regional group have one examiner who is our immediate past chairman, so he willing to assist these members, member, to give a guideline or some guidance on how to answer this question in the exam. So definitely this will help give this a stepping stone to all the later on after you graduate to have a better, clearer what kind of expectation for examiner, okay, during this examination answering the question. So I hope that maybe this will gain more benefit. Of course, if you are joining as a student member under this young member group later on, so at least you have sufficient time, 4 years or 5 years, you know what is a tip, okay, answer the question of the question. All right. So I hope that this will benefit to all the members, graduate member later on, because ultimately we need to encourage more members in our institution. This is our ultimate aim. So to the institution, I hope that all of you can join us. Thank you.
Okay, thank you everyone for being here today.
Yeah, the last final question. If no, then we will end our briefing today. I hope to see. Yes, Mr. Lim.
Yeah, Mr. May I know that after the graduation, any process we have to do to change from a student member to a graduate member? Do we need to renew or something?
I leave it to Engineer Chen to answer you.
Yeah, I think what you need to do is to write an email into the membership department, which you can find the email address on the website, and to highlight to them that you'll be graduating and that you wish to transfer to the graduate membership.
Oh, okay.
Right.
And how are we going to know our SLO?
Okay, which university you are in now?
University Malaya.
It's Dr. Mo. Okay. I try to type here.
Okay, thank you.
UN is Dr. Mo. Hello. Do you know him, Mr. Lim?
Yeah. He's my lecturer actually.
Okay, maybe you just write down. I just quickly all of you. Curtin University is Dr. Lee. Dr. Lee.
Hey, do you have a list on your screen? Maybe you can share the list on your screen.
Okay, I try. Let me find this list first.
Yeah, I mean, if we put it up for about half a minute, then all of them can just read and copy themselves.
Okay. Oh, unfortunately, I don't have a list here. Okay, for Curtin University, it's Dr. Lee Yong Hui. Maybe right now, sorry, I don't have this. I just shared the email only. Actually, while I sending this link to you, all of you, actually you can see the CC, the list in the CC. That is a university SLO. Everyone, today you receive my email, all right? Then you go to the CC list, then you can find out your each university SLO email address. I think this is a easy way. Your email, okay, which I send the link to all of you for today briefing. Then on top of the CC list, there's all the SLO email address and name. Can everyone see it?
Hi guys, welcome to the National University of Malaysia, university that inspiring futures, nurturing possibilities. Today, I will bring you guys around UKM. Let's go! USM, UMP, UKM, and finally is 13 universities. So you can see this your SLO email address there. Okay. So if no question, I would like to say thank you to everyone for your time and patience to went through our briefing, and Engineer Cheng also your very detailed presentation today. I hope to see you again in our this future event. Please sign up the student member. Our upcoming talk will be on the offshore platform structure. Okay, all right. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you all.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hi guys, welcome to the National University of Malaysia, university that inspiring futures, nurturing possibilities. Today, I will bring you guys around UKM. Let's go!
Will you following me around UKM. What are you waiting for? Come and join us!
We are experiencing record-breaking storms, droughts, fires, ecosystem collapse, climate migration, which has been brought about by human-induced global warming through years of excessive greenhouse gas emissions, including that from buildings and construction. As these storms and droughts and fires become stronger and more frequent, they will have a larger and larger impact on our lives. What are you going to do about it?
We will exceed 1.5 degrees global warming around about my 40th birthday, bringing previously unprecedented heat waves to Europe almost every other year. By the time I'm my grandma's age, the world will be 2 degrees warmer, locking in as much as 4 metres of future sea level rise and destroying every beach you've ever visited. Our families and friends are looking at a future of yearly weather cycles, currently thought of as once-in-a-lifetime events. And the financial cost will be measured in trillions of dollars per year. We must prevent this future from happening.
Almost 40% of the world's greenhouse gas emissions are due to buildings and construction. I'll try to put that number into perspective. Most of our personal decisions could be quantified in terms of kilograms of carbon emissions. So if you skip a steak, you save 30 kilograms of carbon. If you avoid flying from London to New York, you save 800 kilograms of carbon. But in comparison, when the engineers, architects and client worked together to save this 1950s building from demolition and enabled its reuse as a high-spec office space, we saved 13,000 tons of carbon. That's the same as 16,000 flights from London to New York. Imagine the impact that could be made if we started making reuse decisions like this on every project. We must take our professional responsibility seriously if we want to make the biggest impact we can on global emissions.
The climate crisis presents not only a threat, but also an opportunity. An opportunity for me, for you, for all of us, to make a significant difference to the future of life on this planet. We can't afford to indulge ego and gratification. It's time to move away from taking pride in being the tallest, the longest, or the most heroic. We can do so much better than this. This is an opportunity to create buildings and infrastructure which, by being the smartest, the leanest, the most regenerative, will make a positive impact on the world. Not just for today's generation, but for every generation after. The Institution of Structural Engineers and our partners across the industry are providing the tools and guidance necessary to do all of this. Our profession has never been better equipped to reduce carbon emissions, and it's never been more important than now.
At the institution, we've been working tirelessly to put sustainability on a par with our enduring commitment to life safety. But for lasting change to happen, this needs all of us. The whole industry needs to raise our game. To drive the change we need to see, each of us must commit to something bold, and we must do it now. It's not the detail that's important, it's the ambition, the level of transparency, and the ability to track progress and strive for improvement. It's time to commit to doing things better.
Global warming will affect us and every single generation that follows us. So when you are asked by your children and your grandchildren about the role you had to play during the climate emergency, what will you tell them?